Iran announced its first naval drone carrying division, including drone carrier vessels and submarines in the Indian Ocean, as Joe Biden, President of the United States, was in the Middle East to rally Arab support against Tehran. If you are interested in military and political news, you have certainly heard about Iranian drones, especially recently as Tehran has invested heavily on its indigenous unmanned aerial vehicles. Iran, knowing its strength and creativity in military drone industry, is trying to get the most out of it and to use its UAVs, which are in almost 50 different classes, in any possible way. So just days after White House announced that Russia has asked Iran for hundreds of drones to be acquired and used in Ukraine, and on the day that Joe Biden was in the Middle East to rally Arab support for countering Iran and shaping a new NATO Middle East with Israel, Iran unveiled its new Navy fleet with drone-equipped vessels and submarines. I guess a few countries have naval drone carrier divisions. I googled it and found US, China, and maybe Turkey, but to launch surveillance and combat drones from submarines above and underwater seems to be only the Iranian initiative. For many, this report also came as a surprise, as they asked, does Iran really have submarines? Yep, Iran has around 30 submarines in different classes, and some of them are the big Kilo-class Russian-made submarines. The rest are indigenous. Now, before going any further, if you are still here watching, it means that you like this video and you will most probably like other videos on this channel too. So don't hesitate to subscribe and also to share. But if you prefer news on mainstream media, which is totally engineered, you probably won't need to follow us. So based on a report from Iran's state TV, apart from various types of Iranian sea-based drones that flew in the event, a number of vertical takeoff and landing combat drones went into the air from the homegrown Fateh and Tariq submarines. Two new drone types were seen for the first time in this footage, which were vertical takeoff and landing UAVs. One of them is called Pelican 2. This UAV is very much similar to Aerosonde HQ American-made, which is also a vertical takeoff and landing small unmanned aircraft system designed and manufactured by Textron Systems. In comments at the event, Major General Mousavi said Iran needs to boost its defense power constantly, considering the aggressive nature of its opponent's system. He said drones launched from these vessels, including kamikaze ones, are capable of flying more than 1,000 kilometers. Arash, Jublin, Ababil 4 and Bavar 5 drones were seen on this footage. The Arash UAV is at the very least known to be kamikaze drone for the first time introduced in 2020 and was recently used during an annual Iranian war game exercise in 2021. The Ababil 4 is Iran's second newest addition to the Ababil family of drones designed by Quds Aviation Industries and mass-produced by Iran Aircraft Manufacturing Industries. While few technical details are known about Ababil 4, its predecessors are used primarily for surveillance operations, but can also be fitted with weapons depending on the mission. At a showcasing event in April of this year, the Ababil 5 was revealed to be carrying 6 Almas anti-tank guided missiles and was said to be capable of carrying AM-5 precision guided missile. This was somehow Iran's signal to Arab neighbors and Israel to dissuade them from shaping a Middle Eastern NATO against it. And Arabs seem to have taken this message, as most vocal Iran's opponents in the region, which are Saudi Arabia and UAE, are trying to boost ties, bilateral ties with Tehran instead of standing in front of it. The evidence is that UAE announced some days ago that they are ready to restart diplomatic ties, and Crown Prince bin Salman of Saudi also said that a Middle Eastern NATO is not a practical idea. As I discussed it in another video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to share your opinion in the comments.